Ryobi. Welcome back to the shop, guys. Today I'll be unboxing this. I bought the Harbor Freight biscuit joiner, and the thing is the biggest hunk of shit I've ever used. I'm pretty good with Harbor Freight tools. I can fix them, I can make them better, I can modify them to make them work, but that thing was a lost cause. Hopefully this is a little better. I really just can't justify spending $200 on one of these. This one was $99 at Home Depot. It came with some biscuits. I don't know why, they probably are garbage anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna unbox it, and let me show you something over here. Here's two pieces of walnut I'm gonna be joining together tonight. It's got some nice figure to it. Ryobi Nation, bruh. That's a nice little bag. Wow, I'm actually kind of impressed. There's the dust collecting bag. I did see people complaining about this dust collection bag because this stupid thing falls off. We'll see what happens. I don't really care. I don't use dust collection. I just make a mess. I don't really care. It's kind of heavy. Piece of cardboard and some biscuits. Oh, they're made in the USA. Wow. Very impressive. Let's see what we got going on here. Little bag. Overall, it's pretty heavy. There's a little bit of slop. I don't know where the slop is or if it can be. Might not matter. The teeth look sharp. It's weird, they painted the blade with silver paint. Why do I waste their time? Let me show you something I already know that I like. It's got indentations for 45. Can hear it. 90. That's pretty neat. The Harbor Freight definitely didn't do that. The fence seems pretty high quality, powder coated silver. Not really sure how good this thing will work. I don't like these casted lines. I think they're just cheap and shitty, but we'll see. That one seems like it might be a little more accurate. This is another thing I like too. It's got a gear-driven height adjustment. The Harbor Freight one had V-ways that you'd slide up and down and you just do with the lock screw. But the problem with the lock screw, and especially those Chinese ones, is you tighten it, you bump it, and it just slides up. With the gear, it has to go through the gear and the teeth in order to kind of slide out of adjustment, which is just another obstacle it has to make in order to go out. This is actually pretty cool. It shows you, okay, you got a 0 biscuit, that's what the edges will be, along with the other two sizes, 10 and 20. So that way, like if you're putting a biscuit right on the edge of a board, you can be like, oh crap, I'm gonna be over the edge if I think this is like 1.5 inch, something like that. That's kind of cool. Another thing I found interesting is they use like grip tape on the face of that. I wonder if that's just so when you push it up, it can't move back and forth as you're cutting. That's interesting. The only thing is if you move it while it's pushed up, it's gonna sand a little bit of your material off. So my boards over there are 7/8 thick. So I'm gonna set this at 5/16. I'm not quite sure if that's to the bottom of the blade or the middle or what, so we'll find out. I'll do a little test piece before we screw up $70 worth of walnut over there. So this setting here is to the bottom of the blade, so the bottom of the curve. I thought this setting was the center of the blade, so don't make that mistake. Doesn't look too bad. I can tell you this right now, the Harbor Freight one couldn't even have done that. and I really didn't do much setup. Yeah, so far so good. I did notice there is some chips in the holes still, but I usually vacuum those out anyway. I don't want them to be impacted, so when I go to clamp it together, they keep the part from gluing up correctly. These biscuits fit. Ooh, very nice. Why they call them biscuits, I don't know. They should have called them like fishes or something. Every time I say biscuit, I get hungry for biscuits and gravy. Sorry, fat kid alert. So I'm gonna go ahead and biscuit that one over there, and then I'll glue them up and we'll see how they stay lined up together. She's all glued up. There's a tiny bit of mismatch, not a huge amount. I can deal with it. I'm gonna hand plane that joint anyway and then sand it really well before I finish it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that biscuit joiner. It's night and day better than Harbor Freight. So overall, I can tell you a couple things I don't like. This thing does fall off like everyone says it does, whatever. These wheels, you gotta hold both of these, this one and this one, in order to tighten it. You gotta be super careful because you'll tighten it and then you'll look over and your freaking height is already screwed up. But that being said, this thing is night and day better than the Harbor Freight version of the biscuit joiner. So if you're on the fence between the two, my word's not worth a lot, but I can tell you right now, you're going to be more happy with this thing. And I'm not a Ryobi guy. As you can tell, I only own Milwaukee stuff. But this thing works damn good. Thanks for watching, guys.